This conference will now be recorded.
To fix that issues, the one which I was getting. Uh, so what was the problem? This you won't face that problem, but I was facing because this account is owned by me. So if you go to uh, this Azure, and here you go to the intra ID, and here if you see the users, so this is the root user, this is the owner actually, and user account was something like this one. Okay, so but I was trying to log in using my Azure portal access, which is this one. So when you have the external user, not basically my DevOps school is not managed by Azure services. So that way they add something like this. This is the, if you enroll any account, use the email ID, they will add something like this one. For example, this they add it. If you have registered domain at Azure, then no problem, but like this they will add it. So now what to do? So if you uh, log in or register the Databricks console, so let me this one, Databricks account console with that ID, then it will work. So what I did, this is the place you see here, I registered and log in with this ID, internet ID, we call it identity ID, and then I got the access to Azure DevOps, this one, what is it, um, account console, basically we call it account console, Databricks account console. Basically it's a place where you super administrator manage the entire Databricks implementations from one place. So now if I go back to my workspace, here there's one I created, you can create as many now, and this is the URL which you got it. So if you go here, now you are able to access it, so that problem is gone. So that was the problem. Any questions so far?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so today we will spend some time with working with account console here. So first thing, let's start understanding. Let me go with the flow because I have notes created also. So first thing I would like to discuss about some of the topics, which is uh, Unity catalog. So I think we discuss a good amount of time on Unity catalog, and we know that Unity catalog is a terminology using we manage the entire data and all this processings and all. So how it works? So first thing, we have a meta store, correct? And then inside that we have a catalog, and then inside that we have schema, and then we have tables, and then we have a data column or something. So this is the whole things, right? So that is something which you have to remember: catalog, schema, table, and this way we have to work with it: catalog, schema, table. So metastore, catalog, schema, tables, and data. Okay, so this is the flow. So that means data contains in the tables, tables contain schema, schema contains in catalog, and catalog will contain in metastore. Now metastore, let's say if you have tables, this one, if you don't create a schema, then it can directly store in the catalog also, something like that. So this is the way to organize a data in Databricks, and that we call it a Unity catalog. This concept we call it Unity catalog. Will you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we work? Yesterday we have seen it. So left side, if you want to see that Unity catalog, so uh, here all the catalogs you can see here, and now this is the one which I have. This is the one which I got it from the what to say, Databricks trial account. So here you can see uh, there's a few shared catalogs and few my catalogs are there. Okay, so that is
And
something
this Hive Metastore comes by default, right?
I'll create. Okay, uh, this one.
This one. This
Uh,
one.
this is this is coming in default, but it is for the older Databricks actually. So in the new
Mm.
Databricks, you won't see that actually. Okay, it's
Oh,
legacy,
okay.
so you can ignore it right now. Earlier, we used to get the one default data stores that we call it a Hive meta stores, but now
Now it is not there.
not there. Yeah. So now if you, so this is the way we manage the all the content. So let's me move on. So I think this concept, I think you're clear also previously also, correct?
This one I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, I would like to talk about, there is one very good utility, I would say, uh, which you need it, and while working with the data science, data engineering, or ML, and that is called DB utils. Okay. In these sessions, I'll be using it a lot, but I want you to keep in mind this is a very beneficial utility for doing a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay. So what is a DB util? So if you know Python, then I think you know that DB util. But uh, this utility is only you can use in Databricks notebooks. Okay, and Python, Scala, and R it will work. So this is basically you can say library which you can utilize to some query and do some work for the workspace. Workspace means here you have workspace and Databricks file system, which is called DBFS. Okay, handling secrets. These are the work. And if you want a notebook, you have a code, right? You have a script, a query you have. So if you want to call another notebook from one notebook in order to create a workflow, DB utils is useful. If you want a notebook to create a parameterized things, then DB utils is useful. So there are many things which is advantage, like data engineers is using DB utils a lot. So some of the features you should understand: file system access. So you can read the file system wherever you have a database. You can read using dbutils.fs to read, write, list, copy, and move files. I'll put it in a simple way. You have ls command, correct? You have mv commands. You have delete commands. You have cp commands. MB, and you have mb commands. You know Linux these commands, right? Correct. So these are the commands we use for what?
Yeah.
We use for writing the file system, which is Linux file system. Remember, correct? No.
Yeah. Correct.
Now just rewired your mind. It's the same command, something like fs. Uh, I mean, for read, write, list, copy, and move, but in a DV file system. Now, what is a DV file system? I'll talk about in a couple of minutes, but where you store your data. Simple. DV file system is equal to where you store data. DBFS is equal to Databricks file system. So this is the special file system where we store the data. Now, Databricks file system can be hosted in Azure also, can be hosted in AWS also, can be hosted in any specific volumes also. Anywhere you can host, anywhere which your notebook can access it. Simple. I mean, basically, a meta store can access it. I'll create it and then you will see that. So that's a very
And
straightforward
this is
thing.
different from Unity Catalog, right? Unity
See,
Catalog is for tables.
so I'll how I can put it. So, um, Unity catalog is a conceptual keyword in which these other things is being done. But metastore, you can metastate is a conceptual component. But when you say metastore, you can store at, let's say, OPT. I'm just giving you very dumb example. OPT DB1, something like that. So in a Linux, you can store this. So it will become a metastore. This is external one. Okay. But if you say no, I will not store in the Linux. I'll store in some container. Container means, let's say, AWS S3 bucket. So S3 bucket you can store something like that, or maybe Azure containers also you can store. So container one or whatever it is. So these are the basically this file system can be anywhere, but this one and this one you should not correlate. Let me tell you why. This is a way to organizing the data and store the data. See, organize and set the hierarchy of the data. Okay, using you do Unity catalog. So in Unity catalog, metastore, catalog, schemas, table, and data. These are the hierarchy, how to organize the data. But where to store the data? That will be there in the DBFS. Now DBFS can be anything. Just now I give you example, some physical volumes. But once the data is stored, you want to query, right? So in a notebook you query, and for that you are going to use dbutils. Make sense? This is for query.
To get the details. I mean, to get from Unity Catalog also, right? I mean, I think with Unity Catalog you can
Yeah,
directly
you can
use
browse.
SQL query,
You can
right?
browse this one and get this. See, I'll browse in front of you. So see here, if I go for here, I can browse here. So there's a one workspace, default schemas, and no tables are there. Let me go for the subsystem tables. System schema. This is the access schema, assistant event. This is the table, and here you see completed details. So here you see, I'll discuss about all this thing in some time. But this is the location where is stored. Look at this. This is the locations. I mean, it's managed one by Databricks.
And this
Correct.
location is DBFS, is what you're saying?
One of it can be DBFS. This can be DBFS. Now it's a delta sharing. I'll come back on this, but here it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Yeah. So here, coming back to the DB utils, very useful utility, which you write in notebook. Remember, DB utils for notebook. I'll show you the example. Notebook. What you can do, you can read the file system. You can do the secret management also. Secret management means dbutil.secret to securely retrieve sensitive credential like password, token, and database stored in a secret scope. Secret scope means in a Databricks also there are so many secret places where you can store the variables. Okay, so you can using what do you say, uh, uh, div utils, you can access those places and variables. Okay, so this you can also do that. Notebook workflow, you want to call from one notebook to another, you can do that. You want to parameterize user input and all, you can do that. And some more activities, jobs and all, many things it can be done using div utils. Now how can we use it? So here, look at this. This is the Python notebook and dbutils.fs ls. See here, got it? Ls means what? This is the root locations and this is the one directory. Hey, whatever the file system you have, just list out. Very simple. Are you understanding?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let me run once. So I'm just like this. Okay, so let me go to my notebook. This is the first. Little slow. Okay, now these are the last one we run, right? Like this. Okay, so you can run ls to list and many more such things we have. Accordingly you can run this. So just to make you comfortable, dbutils is very powerful. Here you can get the secrets, get secrets, get. See here you can make the user input. Whenever you run any options where it will ask you that value for the myprim, you can set whatever you want. And here you can call the look at this other notebook from one notebook. So here you're calling dbutils.notebook run. Which notebook? So full path of your notebook and some parameters and interval when all these things. So this is the things which you can do with dbutils. Are you comfortable now?
This is mainly to
Yeah. So
deal
here,
with secrets and list the directories and all.
yeah, here it got failed because root location you cannot list out because of manage environments.
Mm.
Okay. So these are the commands I put it in here. These are the examples. Again, if you have your own examples, that will be good. Okay, so after knowing this one, now this is a very important one. What are the different types of table you have? Okay, so primarily you will work with the two table, manage table and external table. Okay, manage table and external table. Let me show you first, and then you can see that. So go to catalog, and here this is a schema. Oh, there's no one. Let's go for something else, which is system, and this is the table. Right now, this is a schemas. This is the system catalog, and this is the assistant event. Okay, so system is a catalog, access is a schema, and assistant event is your table. Now this you can query also. Last day I showed you how to query extended describe and all, but this will be easier. And go to the details, and here you see type of table managed one. Correct. Now where is this located? Physical location is this one. Every data is being stored some at some physical locations, right? So like that. This is the system one. Okay. Yesterday I had created some table where I created. I forgot actually. Let me check my workspace. Did I create it here or there somewhere else? Just a second. Workspace default. Here. So now if you look at this is the one which we created, people tables, and go to the database. Look at this here. Managed one, and what is the locations? Default storage. So this is the managed one actually. Okay, this is the managed one, and default storage means Databricks is managing. So now, what are the types of tables you have? So manage table, external table. Okay, manage tables, which is managed by Databricks Unity Catalog, manage both the metadata and underlying data. Remember, in manage table, data files are stored in Databricks managed storage locations. Now, please understand, data files are stored in Databricks managed storage location. That means whatever the Unity catalog you will create, and inside that you create a catalog and all this thing, that is a managed one. That means Databricks is managing it. They also support Delta Lake and Apache Iceberg format. Managed tables are recommended for full lifecycle management and optimized performance. Whereas you can also store your table at external locations. Which are the external? Which in which the metadata are managed by Databricks, but please understand, metadata is managed by Databricks, but data itself is stored in external cloud storage, such as anything it can be. It can be ADLS, Azure DevOps Large File System, AWS S3, or Google File Storage. You specify the location explicitly, and responsibility for managing the data outside Databricks remain with you. External tables support more format, including Delta, Parquet, CSV, JSON, Avro, ORC, and text. Okay, now this you have to understand a little bit of it. So let me put it up in this way. When you have a data, there are two types of information you have. Data means table or something. Table, you have two kind of information. One is real data, whatever the column and all you have, that is the one. And second one is metadata. Metadata means name of the table, type of the table, and all this. These are the metadata which I'm showing in the details page. You have in metadata. Okay. So, and this is the sample data. It's empty right now. Let me check samples data sales. One or two insert I did, but which one I did I don't remember. So these are the one. So it's empty right now. So there are two things, metadata and data. Remember, when your table is managed one, then Databricks which will control this, which will store this one also and this one also. But when if it is hosted, I mean it's not managed one, then this will be stored at metadata will be stored at Databricks, but this will be stored at those file system where you have configured it. Are you understanding? So in this case, what will happen if it is a managed one, and if you delete, please remember, if you delete the data, if you delete this table, this will be deleted, this will be deleted too. But if you have external tables, that means you are hosting external, not hosted, not managed, then when you delete this table, in case of this will be deleted, but this will be always remain same. And when you create a next table with the data, with these locations, with this location, next table with the same locations, same data, you see that. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the managed tables and external tables. There are few more types of tables are there. This is the Hive tables which you are discussing about, and few more tables are there. And here you have a complete difference and all. You can check it out. Now, how can we see that? So look at this. This I ran yesterday also. Create a table and look at the format. This is the full one. So it's a catalog name, schema name, and table name. If you give this way, you don't have to struggle for it. uh, you have to don't last day we did the huge catalog, huge schema, if you remember, right? That was like a headache. You can directly run this one. But how can we create an external table? So same command, but only the things will be changed here. Location, AB, FSS, which can be this one. So this is the Azure containers actually. So this is your container name and this whole locations for it. This will be your container locations, and inside the container this will be the locations. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something which we have. So different types of table, remember, uh, host, I mean managed one and external one. Okay, so now what are the file storage options in Databricks we have? So now this is something which we have discussed already, so I'll ignore it. So Unity catalog volumes, I'll create just now, I'll show you the demo. And workspace files, Databricks files. Yeah, so you are asking, right, DVFS. So apart from the DVFS, we have many file storage options. Okay, so what are the options? So one option is Unity catalog volumes. That means these are the ways in which you can store the data or file in Databricks. So Unity catalog volumes. Okay, so this is the Unity catalog volumes. Second one is workspace file. You can store the files in the workspace also. And Databricks file. This is the one which we use for the data engineering, DBFS. And for this only, I was talking about DB utils you can use for working with the DBFS. Okay,
Okay, and
and
the other places DBFS is not useful. Sorry, I mean
D,
DB utils is not useful.
no, DBFS you can store any kind of data. I was saying like DB utils you
So
can
DB
use with the
utils, I mean
DB.
DB utils work only on DBFS.
No. It will work on the other places also. But
Can you go to
this
what is second step? Can you go to second one?
here you have a cloud ABFSS. I was using this example right here. ABFSS somewhere here. See here.
Ah, that is
This
external table.
external table. So that you can store in the this one. So these are the options you have available.
DB utils
Whichever
will not work here.
here it will work. You have to mount it. It will work actually. AV utils
DB
will work.
utils for DB utils to work, we have to mount.
Yeah, yeah. This is the file system. So let me just check this also. Just URL. You have to provide the full URL. It will work. URL. See here. This is the example. But this is the example for the mount. I'm looking for the containers. So it will work actually. Yeah. Okay.
So we
So
can run this everywhere.
yeah. You should be able to run this one. Wherever there's a file system, it will work.
Mm. Okay, okay. Mm.
Yeah. So these are the options we have, out of which DVFS is the one, workspace file use the one, Unity catalog is the one, and direct cloud storage, and these are the one. Okay, so these are the conceptual things you need to be aware of it. Now let's start working with it. So now, first thing, because this is very important, most of the things we do. So first thing, we need to create a metastore. So how do we create a metastore? So click on the catalog. Okay, now this metastore I have uh, I have in central India. Okay, so this metastore you have in central India. So now let me create a metastore, and name of this metastore. Now you should the practice stage one region, one meta store, you should create it. That's a practice. Okay. So here I have Central India already created, I guess, right? So this is Central India. So you should take another one. Let's say Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, and I'll just name this Southeast Asia. That way I remember that. Okay, so name of the meta store, the one which I was talking about, is this one, is here. And now what is the path? So I'll tell you, this is important. So meta store, you want to keep it at certain physical locations, correct now? So here understand that uh, when I create a meta store here, it is giving me Azure access, I mean Azure locations. Okay, now when you go and create at this place, I want to show you both options, you keep it in mind. So here I have a two, let me create one more. And okay, I forgot which. So West and AP South one. So let me select Tokyo. I'll just put the Tokyo. Okay, so this I'm creating in the AP Northeast one. And now you see, because this one I have on this console I have created at AWS, so I am getting S3 bucket. Okay, so if you want to store in specific locations, you can do that. By the way, it will create also uh, the if you have made this connection, no, this connections, cloud resources, here add credential configurations. If you have already connected, which I have not done because Databricks account, so automatically it also create. And here you have to give the IAM or role ARN for it. So these are the things. But right now, because you are working in the Azure, so let me show you in the Azure. So what I will do, uh, Southeast Asia. So go to this one and go for resource group for your database. So just give me a second. Storage account, do you see? This is the storage account, correct?
Hmm.
And this is the storage account. So this is a storage account. Okay, and here I am creating one containers. So right now these are the containers got I am having it. Why? Because it was created previously during the setup. So let me add one more container. Okay, and this is the container, you see root, or maybe this one is managed by previous one. So I'll anyways I'll do that. So this one I'm making it Rajesh. Okay, and create it. So I created what happened? Failed to create storage container Rajesh. Okay, sorry. I think I'm not using my, what is the right account? This is the owner account, right? Well, let me create something different name maybe. Uh, Permission to perform action. Surprise link is not allowed. I'm the owner of this account. So anyways, I'll create one more storage account. So just give me 2 seconds. Create. Okay. Storage account. here, create, and I'll use the resource group in the same resource group which I had created for, just give me a second. Storage account resource group, this one. Huh. So this one I'll use. It's already there. Now storage account name, I'll put it DevOps SA. Okay. Retaken something unique. DevOps school 1 2 is taken, it's not taken. And the region I can keep it whatever you want. And these are the things depends on this your setup. Now here, while creating a storage account, REST API, that's okay. That's okay. Version latest. And this one I will enable it. Why? Because please read this here, hierarchical namespace complemented by data lake storage endpoints, enable files directory semantics, accelerate big data analytics workload. So if you enable it, you'll become a hierarchical directory structure. So just make it happen. And next, networking public, enable for all network, enable all this thing is okay. And recovery, because it's not a production one, I'll just disable everything. Okay, so next, and I think good to go. If you want to add tag, that's up to you. There is some problem in the validations. Let me read this. The super account access. Okay, let me quickly source group for Metastore. I'm creating one more resource group. Review, create.
Resource
That
script should be created from marketplace.
no, I mean anywhere you can create. That's not a problem. Refresh. Did I create from the marketplace?
Yeah.
Just see.
The previous storage account also you created from marketplace and not from here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that is why I was wondering. Yeah, you are searching here and it is going to you should get it here, right?
Sorry. Resource group I search here. It got to
See,
market.
marketplace.
Sorry.
I think you have to search above, right, in the URL.
My bad. Let me try. So let me try directly that creating the storage account. So DevOps. I'm not talking. I'm just quickly trying to get it done. Next, enable this one. Next, it's the same thing actually.
Yeah,
Next,
both are same, but here it is not referring to marketplace, and there that was referring.
let's try. No, actually, this is a different problem. It says permission issues or something. Not sure why. I'll check later, but right now let's complete this. So let's go to the
So
resource group.
one storage account will be created once we create a resource group, right? By default, one will be created, right?
It was there already, but I'm not able to allow in this account. Just give me a few
You're not
seconds.
able to create a container there. That is the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. I cannot create a container. So I'm creating my own resource group. Now I created. Now I will create uh, storage account. So create DevOps school 1 2 storage account and metastore 1 2 3 4 5 something like that. Metastore and next, and I'll make this one hierarchical. Next, next, disable all this thing recovery. Next, this is okay. Next, tag is not required. This one. So now what I did, I created resource group and I created storage account. Now what I will do, let me show you that. So here I need ADLS Gen2 path in this format. So let me deployment is in progress. Done. Now I'll go and here if I go to containers, right now I don't have any containers. So let me create a root containers here also. So root containers and create. Inside that root containers, I will go and create one more directory. So what directory? Let's say this is a Databricks demo, something like that. Databricks meta store, right? Databricks meta store. So it's like this. This is what I was talking, the path, and save it. Now I got this one done, and this path I have to give it to
Metastore while creation in accounts
yeah,
page.
correct.
But my
So
doubt is Unity Catalog Metastore is maintained by Databricks itself, right? Meaning Unity Catalog, right? And only data will be sitting in the external location, right?
no, 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 no. So understand this. When you have an integrated Azure or whatever the account, then it will be created. But here I'm trying to externalize the locations, some other
So if you
locations.
externalize location, still metadata sits over there and only data sits outside, right?
Correct. No, 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 no.
Ah.
The meta store you can store. Okay. So here this meta store is
Mhm.
automatically managed by Azure. Okay, but now when I create a meta store, I'm showing you external meta store. That means you can keep it in your custom locations also. Got it?
No, I mean only data we can put in external location, right? Meta store also we can point to external location.
That's what I'm doing now. Meta store I'm putting in the external locations.
Okay. Okay.
So now,
So then metadata also will sit in external location.
yeah, I mean, meta store. If you copy in the external location, so rest of the things will be in that locations itself. Correct?
Okay. So when you delete a table, what will happen? I mean, data will. Okay. Now,
Okay,
where the
okay, okay.
metadata will sit?
Okay, wait, wait,
Where
wait,
the
wait,
metadata
wait.
will
I
sit?
understood this. I understood this. Okay. Understand in this way. Okay. Understand in this way. Uh, Here, when you say meta store, uh, I'll put it in this way. There's a system, okay, and system there is one app, and there's a human. Understand this. There's a software and there's a human. When human app store, they always stored in, let's say, bar mnt, but human may use any locations here, maybe opt raju. Now this is the same system, right? So this is the same meta store. Somewhere you are allowing it to store by Databricks. This is the Databricks, and here you are customizing the locations. When you have let them Databricks defined, then both the information data and meta both will be can be managed and deleted. But when human will decide, meta will be managed, but data will be at that locations where which you configure it. Got it?
Yeah. Now, yeah, that I got it. Now, if you give the location there, just go back where you are creating Metastore.
Uh,
Go back to the URL. So in this case, where the metadata will be created, not this one. Accounts page where you are creating Unity Metastore.
hmm. So
Not
okay,
that one.
in this case I'll tell you. Uh, right now you are defining this Unity catalog. In this meta store I'm defining, and here I'm saying container one. Okay. Now understand this way. Can you this table can you do in container two, which is not to the meta store? That is the also you can do that. Why? Because this is the file system, right? So this way also you can store it actually.
Tables is a file system. What about the metadata where it sits? The actual
So
Metastore and
metadata will be stored in the
will be
meta store.
external location or Databricks managed
Will be in the
location.
Databricks locations. Databricks location.
Then you are just go back to the page where you are creating. There you are pointing to external location, right?
That's what I'm saying. When you okay, let's
So
put
here,
it in this.
right, you are giving ADLS Gen2 path, right? The third one.
Okay, let's understand this. When you set meta store, let's say I set in the container one. Okay, understand this way. I set the container one. That means any catalog, schemas, and tables by default will be stored in the container one. That is clear. Everything. Now
So when
you
you say
say
catalog schema tables, I mean schema is nothing but the metadata, right? A metadata of
metadata.
the tables.
Metadata.
So
Ah,
that also will be stored in container one, which is external location, and that is not Databricks managed location, right?
uh, so when you say Databricks, this is the managed location, right? This is the you are defining, right? That external locations will be what inside that. When you create a table and you say I want to store this table in container 2, which is not managed by container metastore, so that way.
Okay, so managed meaning which are managed by Metastore,
Metastore, yes.
not.
Databricks is not. Databricks
See,
is managing.
now I am under assumption that for managed locations, right, it will be some area which is under control of Databricks itself.
No, Databricks don't manage this. Software manage that one, right? So when you go
Okay.
for Databricks, don't manage it. You manage it actually. This storage, no, in cloud like AWS, Azure, and different
Ah,
locations.
that is what I was not able to understand. So I was under assumption that Databricks has come up, has got its own storage. That is
No,
where
no,
it is maintaining all this information.
no, no,
No.
no.
So you, this Unity catalog, everything, right? They that does not sit in Databricks storage location is what you're saying. It will be
It
again
can
in a
store in,
container.
Anywhere in your laptop also it can stay if it is accessible.
Okay. Databricks uses that location, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Metastore, I got lost actually, just a second, hold on. So this is which region I created. So subscription ID, type, DevOps school. So resource group, subscription source. Just a second. What is this? This is the file system. Metastore 1234. Go to resources and South India actually it got created. Primary Central India, and now container's name is Metastore 12345, that is there, and location is root and DB. This is the locations. There should be some copy button somewhere actually. Properties. Okay, so now let's put it up over there. So go to here, Central India, Central India is already deployed, so I'll select the something else, South India, let's say, and here container name. So let's make it this one. So container name is Metastore 12345 at the rate of storage account. So storage account is what was the name of storage account? I forgot actually. Just storage account is also is the same. Metastore. Container name is root. Okay. Root. So container name root at the rate of storage account dot dvfs dot core dot windows.net, and the path which I did inside a container was this one. Yeah, this one. So this is the way slash path. Okay, so this is the way you can set. Now, so this is the one thing. Now what will happen, your Databricks and this one required some sort of connections so they can access each other anytime, correct? So what is that? So in that case, in Azure you need access connector ID. Actually, this is important. In um, in AWS you need a IAM rule for it. Okay, so how can we do that? Connection connector ID, so let's create it. So after that, this one, access connector for Datadog, this was created for the default one. I'm going to create one more, and pay as you go resource group, and this one, metastore, and region Central India. Central or South India, what was that?
Central India is primary, South India is secondary.
Central and South India. Central, South, both will work actually. So Central India, and next tag if you want to give, and manage identity. uh, okay, just a second, I have created this screenshot so which will helpful for it. So create a storage account, create a metastore, that is done. This is done. Create a resources, search for this one is done. Subscription resource region done. And in the manage tab, manage identity tab, system assigned managed identity is recommended. So this one, uh, so this is the user assigned. Go for on. Next. So this is done, and create. So this I created. Now the access connector. Okay, now what you do, this access connector needed to be accessible from the storage account group IAM. So what to do? So for that, get the name of the access connector. This one, metastore 12345. Now you go to the storage account. So for that, go to all resources, storage account, I think this one. Now go to the IAM. Here you have to be carefully planned for two things, which is a role assignment uh, and what access you. Just a second, let me check. I will forget this. So here, uh, first thing you have to go for creator resources. This is done. Great. So for that you have to go to this access, storage blob data contributor or higher access. So for that, uh, I have to go for add this one and assign this one. Okay, I have shared the screenshot. You can find out later. I'm just showing you. This is done. There's one more thing you have to do that. After getting done, you have to add a role assignment also for the next one and add that as a member. So for that, go to this is done. Just a second, hold on. Role this one and next members. Here you have to select the manage entity, select members, and which one I created, this one, right? Remember this one, and then which one select, this one, selected and select and review assign, done. So this work you have to do in order to grant access. So overall what I did, nothing great, it's just a little bit one time activity. So first thing, I created storage account, then I created no resource group, then created storage account, then I created connect container, and then container some directory, then feed the directory into this place, and then now connector ID I need to get it. So how do we get a connector ID? So let me give an access, and then finally you have to do connector ID. So for that 20, and this is the not mine, this is the one metastore, and connector ID is this one. Copy to this one and create. So now this is the way you can customize the catalog if you really want to create it.
One thing, what do you mean by managed identity? Because I have seen managed identity when you created access connector, I guess. What is that?
Just a second, hold on. So after creating this one, okay, after creating metastore, if you want to create or assign some workspace, you can do that here. Right now I'm skipping it, we'll do that later. Okay, constellation, close. So now you got, say here, this one is automatically done by Databricks software, not Databricks company, please remember. And this was, I did it, I wanted to store at these locations. Okay, what was your questions?
No, now two questions, okay? The
Hmm.
one which is created by Databricks software, that Metastore Azure Central India, there is no
Hmm.
path over there. So
So
where it will
because
be
of
to?
this, because this is a managed one, so somewhere in the data brick, you want to see that path, I can show you in the Azure accounts, but it's a managed one, so maybe some internally, somewhere in the database, they must be having it. So if you want to see that, let me show you that. So all resources, it's a fresh account, and this is the storage account has been used by Databricks. So when you deploy the Databricks, automatically one catalog will be created. Sorry, one metastore will be created uh, by them, and that will be used. That you can use it. Got it?
Okay. And this is Databricks managed one. The above Metastore is there, right? Where we have created just now. So that is
Yeah,
completely external.
yeah. We are storing here in this location. That is our custom look. It can be any other locations also, but yeah, this is the way to
But
custom.
still, it is Databricks managed only, right? Only the tables uses external location or this location, right? That is the
Yeah.
only difference, right? Okay.
So
Now,
sometime, say, I'll tell you, I'll put it in simple way. When you install any software, first thing, one is coming default. Why we need it? In order to run the software, some system software, and you can run your data also. So this is the default when you deploy the Databricks at the cloud. Now this one which I created more than you need it. I mean, whatever you let's say you have a 10 projects. I'll put it in this way: 10 projects you have, 10 organizations, and you want to manage it through one. So create a 10 meta store each for one region. Typically, we do that actually.
Okay. And what about managed identity? I have seen something called managed identity during access connector creation.
Managed identity means basically there are two things. This is Azure stuff. When I have a two service, one is uh, one is one is storage account which has a container, and second one is one service is Databricks service. Okay, Databricks service versus this service. So how these two service can access each other? You have to give a permission, right? Automatically it will not be accessible. So that is done through the access connector for
Hmm.
the Databricks. So there is one connector has been created by Azure, uh, access connector. If you search, see this one. So this will
Mm.
connect your Databricks service with the
Mm.
storage account. This
Yeah.
that's the use cases of it. So
Okay.
for
What about
that,
managed identity?
managed identity means there's a Azure have a um, identity default, right? Intra ID we call it. So that manages everything. So when we started the session, remember, I said I was not having access because of mismatch of managed identity. So
Mm.
this is the one, intra ID. Okay, so now there's one thing which is pending here. So I created the meta store, but you cannot use it until you attach to the workspace. So what to do? So you could have done that while creating that also, but right now I am creating it. So remember that, uh, read this. This is the default workspace, and right now running on where? So here, this meta store. Okay. So now I'm going to create more workspace and then get it done. So how do we create a workspace? So go to this place here and look at this path if you want to study this. Typically, one region, one meta store you create, that's the best practice. But today I little bit got messed up with some problem, so that was the stuff. Delta sharing, this is also allow delta sharing with the parties outside your organizations. And workspace assignment, you can also set that workspace, but right now I'm doing manually here. uh, there's no workspace assigned right now, so assign to workspace. And you can so one workspace, one meta store, you can do that. But right now I don't have it, so what to do? So go to this place. Now this is the workspace you have, couple of which I'll create one workspace new. Wait a second. Where to create a workspace? Uh, just a second. I think that option is gone actually. Mm, should be here, but that I'm not able to locate it. Just give me a few seconds. Yeah, surprisingly, I don't have that option. What to do? Okay, so okay, so Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Just a second.
How did you get now? Like I'm able to see create workspace option now.
Yeah, no, I can see that here in AWS, but surprisingly, that options is not coming in this place. So I'm
Where it is
wondering,
not coming in the Databricks free version.
right? No, 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 not Databricks. Uh, Account console. I'm the account admin. Just a second, hold on. Let me check this. What is the difference? Why is there not allowing account admin? That's correct. And if I see account admin and this is not the one. Yeah, I logged in as account admin. Yes. So why it's not giving access? Should be here also, but it's not coming. This is already assigned, so you cannot do that. Oh, this is challenging. Okay, so anyways, let me continue. So I'll find out what could be the reason, but this is surprising actually because I'm the account admin. I should have that options. But yeah, here you will have a workspace. You can create a workspace like this, test one, and decide that which region. And this test one, you can attach to the metastore. So if you go here, metastore, and I have created this one, and here go to the workspace, and here assign this work to test one. Right now is provisioning, but if you see this one, you can get it uh, attached to this one and work on this metastore.
Can
So
you
all
show
the
me
work
where you have created workspace? Can you go back once?
here
In
is a
accounts
create button.
only? Okay, okay. Okay, okay, fine,
But
fine.
this is a AWS. Why they are not
I got it.
allowing it here,
Yeah.
I'm
Mm,
not sure actually. Okay,
mm,
so this way you go to the go to the metastore. Here you click on this workspace,
mhm.
assign, and right now it's not, so there's one created already, but it is assigned actually. So all of this I am using, but you have to wait for it, and then here you click on the assign actually. So it's very simple. So that way, what you can do as a Databricks data engineer, you can create a mm, metastores, and metastores you can attach to the whichever the path you want, and after that you can create a workspace, and after that workspace you can attach to the metastore, and after that let me show you from here, because this way the things will be easier. So still creating, what I can do, this workspace I can deassociate also. So update workspace, and here uh, from catalog, let me just modify. So go for this one, workspace, remove this, it will be faster. Test one, test, and then click and test, right? Yeah, test. You can go for this one, and workspace, assign to test. Why it's not taking one? It's already assigned. Wait a second. Still, oh, it's slow actually. That is a problem. Still, it's not got remove as an assign. It's taking some time, huh? So go and this way and enable it. So you can do this way, and now after that you can see that workspace here. Under the workspace, refresh. Here you can see that. Got it?
Sorry, where is the workspace? New workspace?
This whole thing is a workspace now. One meta store, one workspace. That means whatever you do that, it will be created here.
Mm. Yeah, at
So
a
one
point of time, we can see only one workspace, right?
one workspace, yes. So if you want different workspace, the URL will change, no? Correct? No?
Ah, that is what it will be different. Yeah, correct.
So this is the way you can work with it and then get going. Okay, so these steps I have already documented. I'll share with you. So whatever I
Yeah,
did,
yeah, that helps. Yeah.
so you can do that. Okay, so let's have one break, and after that break, we'll again connect, and then we'll have some more topics. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.